Hello, this is my first tutorial on web designing. You might have seen so many web pages. The web pages can be a static or it can be a complex interactive web page. Whatever it may be, you need to know HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is one of the major markup language used for designing a static web page. Built upon that, you have PHP, MySQL or CSS to make the web pages more interesting, more colorful and more interactive. So whatever it may be, the web pages must have, or the HTML document must have the file extension .html or .htm. Using any text editor, you can create the HTML document. To name a few text editor, you have Notepad, Notepad++. Once created, the web pages are displayed using a web browser. So you can see some of the web browsers mentioned here: Safari, Chrome, Mozilla Firefox and Opera. Using any of these browsers, you can display a web page. Web page is designed as a HTML document, and the HTML document consists of so many tags. What is a tag? Tag consists of an element, an attribute and a value. Now we'll just see with an example. Here is an example of a tag. Title is a tag and followed by that is another /title. This is a paired tag. So for each tag you must have a corresponding end tag. In between this opening and closing tag you have the content. So put together this can be called as a HTML element. So generally you need to know three elements. First one is HTML and /HTML. This will mark the start and end of an HTML document. In other words, the whole document must be enclosed by HTML and /HTML. In between, you have got two sections. One is the head section, another is the body section. Head section will be marked with head and /head, and body section will be marked with body and /body. So this is a document structure. The first line of any HTML tag will be the start angle bracket, exclamation, doc type, followed by that is the version of the HTML you are using. And then you can see the HTML and /HTML, and then head section, some tags which will give instructions to the web browser regarding the title or the script or CSS. Followed by that is the body tag. This segment will have elements to display the content of the web page. We'll elaborate on this. So doc type declaration must be before the HTML tag, and it is an instruction to the web browser about what version of HTML the page is written in. The head section. Head section composes of several document elements. It will be meta tag, link, script or title. Meta tag will give information about the character set and other meta information. The link tag is used to link the CSS file, that is cascading style sheet, which can be used for formatting the HTML document, or in other words, it is used for displaying a colorful web page. And then you have got a script tag which will link the VB script or a JavaScript file to this HTML document for enabling you to have some interactivity. Then you have got a title tag which will give you the title of the web page. Then the body tag, this defines the document's body. It will contain so many elements, and few of the basic elements are text, hyperlinks, images, tables and lists. In this session we are going to see text, hyperlinks, and list. Images and tables will be dealt in the successive tutorials. So body elements, you have got a headings, paragraphs and line breaks. And before that, we'll see with some example. So to summarize, I said we have got a Notepad++ to create a web page and Mozilla Firefox to display the web page. We'll start with creating a web page. So the first line must be doc type. For HTML version 5, it's enough if you just give HTML. Then you have got the HTML tag. Then you will have got a /HTML. And in between you have got a head section. You have got a /head. Then you have got a body section. Sorry. So I'll just give few tags in between. We have got a title, my first venture. If you can name this as a venture. And then here I just say hello world, a famous statement for any beginner. Now I have to save it. Save as. I just want to save it in my own directory. So HTML docs. Here I want to give the name as first, and this is not a text file. This must be a hypertext markup language file. Automatically .html is appended. Then you just give save. So now we have saved the file and we have to run this. So you can launch it in Firefox or IE or Chrome or Safari. We'll just go for Firefox. Now you can see that we have successfully finished our first venture. Hello world is being printed. Now what is this? This is what I have given it in the title tag. Now we'll just see some more tags. We'll just see how to give headings, paragraphs, line breaks and horizontal rule. Headings, they are called as block level elements, and it is for emphasizing a document's heading and subheadings. We have got 6 headings, H1 through H6. H1 the highest level of importance and H6 will have the lowest level of importance, or in other words, the text you give it within H1 and /H1 will be printed in the maximum size, and with the H6 it will be printed in the smallest size. We'll see that example. We'll go to the notepad. Now we'll just give H1 hello world. Then I just give H1. Now I just copy this and I am placing it one below the other. This I have to change it as H2. Then H2. Here it is 3. This is header 4, H4. And here it is 5. And this is 5. Here you got the last header. I have to save it. Then I can refresh it. Here you can see that this text is displayed using H1 header, H2, H3, H4, H5 and H6. Now we'll go to the next topic. Here you can see that all the headers. Now I have got some examples here. if I want, I can just copy this and put it in my notepad. Now I save it, then we'll just refresh it. Now you can see that. Next, we'll just see how to give paragraph tags and line breaks. Paragraphs are given using P and /P. Line break is given using BR tag, and this is that HR tag to give a horizontal rule. Now you can see that this is a paired tag and this is an unpaired tag. That is, in the same tag itself, that angle and start and close angle bracket, you can give the tag as well as the slash. We'll just see the example. Save this and refresh it. Here you can see here my first paragraph starts here, my second paragraph and my third paragraph. Suppose I don't have this P tag, what will be my result? I'll save this, refresh it here. Here you can see that only when you give the paragraph tag, it will be displayed as a paragraph. Otherwise, it will be displayed in the same line. Next is the BR tag. So suppose I just want to give a break here. I can just give BR / and close it. Save and then refresh. Here I have given a BR tag. So this is a line break. Just like you have given an enter key when you're typing a document. Now what will happen if I give HR, save this and then launch it, relaunch it again. Here you can see that you have got a line here. We'll just proceed with the tutorial. Then we have got text level formatting. To make the text bold, italic and underline, we have got different tags, B and strong, or I or EM and U. These tags are deprecated in HTML5. We'll just see the examples. Suppose here I just give bold /B. Here I just give italics. Here I just give an underline. I save it, then I'm launching it, relaunching it. Here you can see that the text enclosed in between B and /B is displayed in bold form. This is in italic form and this is underlined form. Now you can see that H1 tag, I said it is a block level element. And what is the other type of element? You have got a block level and inline element. This P, H1, H2, H3, they are all called as block level element, and this B and BR, they called as inline element. So the block level element can be displayed on a separate line, but inline elements, they will be printed continuously, and this block level element can contain other block level element or inline level element, but here it may not contain a block level element. It is used within a block. And then coming for nesting. So you must have seen me nesting the tags. Here you can see that I have got a paragraph tag /b in between b and /b. This is called nesting. I just nest it again. I just put one more tag here. I just give italic. /i. We'll just see the result. Here you can see that this is in italic form. But do we have any rules regarding the nesting? Yes. So it must be the proper order. The tags must not overlap. Here you can see that this is the proper order. In H1, if you put I, and I must be closed first and then H1. And this is an improper sequence of placing the tags. Now we'll just come for list. We have got three types of list. One is ordered, unordered, and definition. Ordered, as you all know, the list items will be given some numbers. In unordered list, the items will have some bullets. In definition, it will have some term, followed by that is the explanation or definition for the term. We'll just see with examples each one of these lists. In ordered list, the element will have OL and /OL. For unordered, it will be UL and /UL. And for definition list, you have got a DL and then followed by that is /DL. So this is an example. We have got an H2 tag for displaying this in a header format. Then you have got a OL and then we have got some list items. Here the same thing, but instead of OL, here we have got an UL. I'll just copy these things and put it in my notepad. So I'll just copy this also so that we can differentiate and put it here. I save it and then I relaunch it. Here you can see that ordered list will have 1, 2, 3 and unordered list I have got some star. Suppose instead of 1, 2, 3 I want to have ABC, capital ABC or Roman letters or small ABC. Yeah, it is also possible. The same thing is for unordered list. I can change the bullet shape. And definition list. So here we have got one more tag. We have got DL for list element and then you have got a definition terms, then you have got a definition data. I'll copy this and put it in my notepad. Save it and reload it. Here you can see that it is a definition term and this is the explanation for that. Here we've got a term and explanation for that. We'll see here. Here you've got the DL. The whole thing must be enclosed by a DL and /DL. For each term or you have got a DT and /DT. And then you have got a description DD and /DD. Likewise, you can have any number of terms and its definition. Now, coming to attributes and values. What are the attributes? Attribute enhances or modifies a tag. It is given along with the starting tag. So here you can see that this is a format. We have got a starting tag and attribute equal to value. This value must be enclosed by a double quote and then you can have anything in between. Then you have got a closing tag. As I said, You can customize the list display using the attribute. I already told you the tags can have attributes to enhance the meaning of the tag. Here you can see that you can change the bullet as square. Similarly, for ordered list, you can change it as capital A, B, C, D, or you can have the bullets as small a, B, C, D, capital I, Roman letters, or small Roman letters. We just see with an example. Here I change type is equal to opening quote small a. Here I say type is equal to square. Now I save this and reload it. Here you can see that from 1 to 3 the bullets are changed to ABC. Here from circle it is changed to square. So similarly I can change any of these bullet, and we'll come to that main element, that is linking web pages. I have created one web page, and from this web page I just want to navigate to another web page. This can be done by using hypertext links. The links can be a text or a graphic. So when it is clicked, the text or graphics, when it is clicked, it allows one to navigate to other document on the web or jump to another place in the same web page. If I navigate from one document to another document in the web, I call it as an external link. If the jump is from one place to another place in the same web page, I call it as an internal link. So whatever the link, I must use the tag called anchor tag to create a link. So the syntax is like this. You have a starting tag A and ending tag /A. In between the text which will act as the hypertext link. When I click this, it will take me to a web page called awebpage.html. This I am giving it in the attribute href. Here you can see that a tag and the end tag. Then I have got a attribute and the value for that attribute, and this is the content in between the a tag and /a tag. So this href can be a relative URL or it can be an absolute URL. So the relative URL means you are specifying the location of a file according to the currently loaded web page. And absolute URL, you are giving a specific drive or a directory or to the full web address of a web page. So here is an example. I have got a href http google.com search. Suppose I have this statement in my program. Save it and then reload this. Here you can see that I have got a hypertext link. When I click this, it will take me to google.com. Since I am not connected to the internet directly, so I will not get that. I will get some error message here. Suppose I just want to link to a particular file. Then here I can see that I have given the file path html docs and first.html, and it will go to my first page. Since this can be used for navigating to a file which I have it in my directory. Suppose I just want to jump from one place in the document to another place. Then I must specify the ID here, ID anywhere in the document, and then while giving the anchor tag, I must give that reference. Here you can see that I have given that ID here, and then in the link anchor tag, I just give href is equal to #cpp. So this is for jumping from one location in the document to another location in the same document. This is called an internal linking, and previous example is an example of external linking. I can combine both. So here you can see that I have got an URL, hash and ID in that URL, and that's all for today. Thank you.